Teotihuacan, located in the highlands of central Mexico, is one of the world's most impressive archaeological sites. Few cities in the world have been considered worthy of being inhabited by gods, who are accustomed to occupying loftier realms than those peopled by mere mortals. Teotihuacan is such a city, and 1,000 years of civilization, which can still be felt today along its wide avenues, projecting out towards the cardinal points of the universe, had to pass before this place could be elevated to the ranks of a mythical city. It's a divine yet human city, patterned with streets and dwelling places, which bore witness to bustling activity. When the Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon were completed, the locus of construction at Teotihuacan shifted to the southern end of the Street of the Dead, where a complex called the Cuidadela, a sunken large plaza. The Cuidadela is a large enclosure located at the geographic center of the city. It measures about 400 meters on one side, and the interior space is surrounded by 4 large platforms surmounted by pyramids. The Feathered Serpent Pyramid was the central pyramid of this large complex. Adorned with large sculptural heads, it was one of the most monumental structures in Teotihuacan. Presumed to be warriors, the militaristic connotations have influenced interpretations of the building's exterior. The Temple of the Feathered Serpent may have been the first use of the architectural profile known as talud tablero at Teotihuacan. In talud tablero, a rectangular panel, the tablero, sits atop a sloping panel, the talud. Both surfaces could be decorated, most often with mural painting. This distinctive profile dominates the architecture of the entire site and is taken as a marker of Teotihuacan influence when it appears in other locations throughout Mesoamerica. Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent deity of the people of Teotihuacan, the Mayans and the Aztecs, was a popular god in Mesoamerica in pre-Columbian times. The Quetzal bird, with its brilliant colors and long tail feathers, combined with the snake, perhaps a rattlesnake, were the images which defined this god. Splendid in costume and deadly in appearance, the Quetzalcoatl deity had the ability of flight and the gift of life and rebirth. The serpent is a common metaphor for rebirth and continuity or resurrection worldwide due to the shedding of its skin and the coiled circular shape that the snake often takes, representing eternity. The people of Teotihuacan believed in ritual sacrifice to satisfy the gods. Multiple burials were found at the pyramid, and it's believed that they were sacrificed as part of the dedication of the temple. There are 4 directions in the world, 9 layers of their underworld, 13 layers of heaven and earth, and a ritual calendar of 13 months, of 20 days, or a 260-day calendar, and a solar calendar of 18 months of 20 days. The ceremonial ensemble of Teotihuacan represents a unique artistic achievement, as much by the enormous size of the monuments as by the strictness of a layout based on cosmic harmony. The art of the Teotihuacanos was the most developed among the classic civilizations of Mexico. Here it's expressed in its successive and complementary aspects. The dry and obsessive geometry of the pyramids of the sun and the moon contrasts with the sculpted and painted decor of an exceptional richness of Quetzalcoatl, the plumed serpent. The Avenue of the Dead, or Calzado de los Muertos in Spanish, is one of the most fascinating components of the ruins of Teotihuacan that are worth exploring. The avenue is the main road through the center of the ancient city, and the name came from an observation by the Aztecs that the mounds on either side of the street resemble tombs. The primary avenue runs on a north-south axis for several kilometers and aligns the city approximately 15 degrees east
Yo, what's up,
towards
Sandoval?
Chernobyl
My
Border.
boy is here.
It
I
ran for
appreciate it,
more than
dude. What's up,
2.5
man?
kilometers, beginning at the Moon Plaza to the north and extending beyond the Cuidadela and the Great Compound complexes to the south. The avenue continued even further south, terminating near the edge of the mountains. The avenue divided the city into two sections. Apartment compounds with pyramidal constructions
My
were
God, I
arranged
just
on both
spilled so
sides of
much
the
fucking
avenue,
shit here.
often
I
symmetrically
made such a
and
mess
sharing
here.
the same
Hold on,
orientation.
I gotta wipe it up 1 second, man.
This highly planned city
Whatever,
layout
we're live.
suggests that the avenue may have been
We're
planned from its
live
earliest
and we're
phases of
going.
urbanization.
We're not like alive, we
The
are
main
alive,
sector
but I
of the
mean, we're
avenue
live
is
streaming
evident
and
at the
we're
section
fucking...
between the
I
Moon
gotta wipe this
Pyramid
up for 1
and the
second.
Rio San Juan Channel.
Oh my gosh.
Lining the immense Avenue of the Dead, the unique group of sacred monuments and places
That's
of
good,
worship
man, I'm
at
glad.
Teotihuacan
Yeah, the weather here is
constitutes
nice
an
now,
outstanding
man.
example of a pre-Columbian ceremonial center. At the avenue's halfway point, one sees the Conjunto Plaza Oeste and a residential area, which was probably inhabited by priests in the pre-Hispanic era. Palace complexes organized around plazas are among the most impressive examples of pre-Columbian residences.
No fucking way. No way. What? What? 25 months, Baron? You're a fucking man, dude, honestly.
The complex pantheon worshipped by the elite,
man.
militaristic
serious,
culture of
dude?
Teotihuacan consists
Yo,
of several
what?
deities that recur in later cultures.
Sorry, man, I'm just freaking out because the camera's
Many
not
of them
straight,
took
I
animal
think.
form or had extensive
Oh,
animal
but
attributes.
it's... Yo,
The so-called
Baron, man,
Great
thank you
Goddess
so
of
much, man. Are you
Teotihuacan
serious?
is associated
25
with the
months,
spider
dude?
and is sometimes called
That's really...
the Teotihuacan Spider Woman.
I really appreciate that, dude. Fucking hell, man.
The
We've been
netted
through so
jaguar
much.
is one of the most distinctive gods.
I'm sorry, man.
Finally,
I'm tripping
there
out.
are
The
two
mic's not even here. You
serpents,
probably didn't hear
the
anything I
feathered
said.
serpent,
Thank you
identified
so
by the
much,
Aztec
man.
name Quetzalcoatl, and the fire
We've been
horse
through
serpent,
so much,
later
man.
known as the
Miami,
Aztec Zucotl. Although the
fucking
visual
the
appearance of these
inject.
gods
Remember
is
in the
fairly well
vaccine
understood,
fucking shit?
their significance and
Man, we had to
interrelationships
fucking
are still
hunker
being
down
studied.
on fucking.
Many animals,
We had
some of
we had to
which
stay
may
in
have symbolized
communication
lesser
at that
gods,
point in
were
September
depicted in
2021.
Teotihuacan art.
Holy fuck, man.
This grid, unique in Mesoamerica, in its
Thanks,
scale and
man. 25
organization,
months. That's so
implies
cool,
a high
dude.
degree of social control.
Yeah, dude. I got affiliate March
Presumably an
2021.
elite group of nobles directed the
So,
building
dude, you've been
project
every
and
fucking month.
coordinated trade and tribute
Do you have
relations
the
with far-flung corners of Mesoamerica.
I gotta fucking. Do you have the
According
founder
to
badge? You
writings
must.
From the 16th century, sacrifices practiced by Moctezuma every 20 days on the site,
Twitch's badges
attested to the persistence of beliefs,
are
which made
are
Teotihuacan
schizophrenic.
a sacred place of exceptional value.
do. You heard it all. Thanks. Oh yeah, that's true. You can choose whether to show it or not. Dick doesn't like it. Toronto Toad doesn't like it. Says it's ugly. I mean, I agree. Compared to my nice, like, check out my.
Teotihuacan was the religious center of Mesoamerica.
Why doesn't it show like?
Its skyline was dominated
Oh, it's
by
not
two
showing
enormous
on my
pyramids,
chat. It
which
doesn't
the
show
Aztecs
the
called the Pyramid of
the
the Sun
the
and
sub
the Pyramid of the
beach.
Moon, both
It
faced
doesn't
by a
show
broad
the
avenue.
tropical beach.
In Teotihuacan,
Sucks.
a classic aesthetic evolved,
My phone it does.
emphasizing order
Oh
and
yeah, on your phone I see it first. Yeah,
austerely elegant,
yeah. Yo,
stylized
what's up,
design
Bugakis? What's up,
resulted in the
man?
creation of a monumental
Thanks,
art
dude.
of serene simplicity and
Epic,
noble grandeur.
epic discussion the other
At the
day.
peak of its development,
3
the city
hour.
stretched out
Felt like I was
over
watching Joe
36,000
Rogan,
square kilometers
but better.
outside the ceremonial center.
Like
As
the
originally
original
built,
Joe Rogan,
the Sun
asking the deep
Pyramid was
questions, the
approximately
real
215 by
thought-provoking
215
questions.
meters
Yeah, man.
at the base and about 63 meters
Dude,
high.
let me show you. Dude, this what I'm doing right
It was
now is inspired by
significantly enlarged at least
you
twice
guys in
in
discussion
later
late,
periods,
eh?
resulting in a final
So I'm
size
thinking,
of 225
yo,
meters along
this
each
is-
side.
oh, I guess I'm gonna have to do it with Non-invisible. I guess I'm gonna have to try it. No, I guess I can do it all.
In the northern half of the
Something
city.
I appreciate. Thanks, man. Yo, thank you, man. Fucking honor that you're here, man. Alright. Really.
The importance of the pyramid
I'm excited to
is
show you
indicated
this.
by a cave located
So I'm
under the
invisible.
structure.
Alright.
It's believed by certain scholars that the cave was
Let's
used
pass
for
away
ritual
all the people we
activities,
want to pass away.
and this is why the pyramid was constructed where
Right?
it is today.
Right.
The pyramid
All the
was
people that we were gonna pass
reconstructed
away in a
as
run
five-stepped platforms, but
normally.
it originally consisted of four-step
So hear me
platforms,
out.
a surmounting temple, and the Adusada platform, which was
These
built
guys,
over
okay,
what
these
was
guys survive.
the principal facade
This
of
guy
the
passed
pyramid.
away. Because what
More
if you...
information about the temple
I'm
itself
on the
is
ranks. I
available.
am, dude. I
Since along
am.
with the
Thanks,
uppermost
man. I'm
portion of the
on,
pyramid,
yeah,
it's
I'm
been
a
completely
Mark
destroyed.
Lethid.
The
In
pyramids of the sun and moon,
my
echoing the
Twitch
shape of the
about info, I
mountains
have a
surrounding the
couple
valley,
links.
served as focal points
Yeah,
for
I mean, I
Teotihuacan's
got,
urban
yeah, I
layout.
got damned 53
Beneath the
damage,
pyramids are earlier
53,
structures,
Bunker 117, and
perhaps even
Aztec
tombs of
00142
Teotihuacan rulers are to be found within their stone walls.
on Japanese.
One of the largest structures ever built
Kind
in
of
the
that's
ancient
been my
Americas. Its
most
aspect today is the
played.
result of reconstruction and consolidation carried out in
That's
the early part of the
fucking
20th
over
century.
500 hours for sure, probably.
Excavations in 1971,
Ah, yeah, I gotcha. Thanks,
directly
man.
under the
Alright.
Pyramid of the Sun, revealed a
But like I
tunnel-like
learned,
cave,
so I like learned how to play
ending in a
1.2 with this
clover-leaf-shaped
level.
set of
You know what I
chambers,
mean?
apparently the scene of numerous
Yeah,
ancient fire
thanks,
and water
dude.
rituals.
I know. Who the fuck is this guy? Oh, is he one of the... Who is this guy?
It's said
Did I not
that
pass
the
them all
present
away?
pyramid has
Alright.
interior structures within it.
So sorry, bear with me here. This is what I'm
However,
thinking. The
the
late
pyramid
A,
still
right?
remains one of the least understood major monuments in Teotihuacan.
Okay.
The current excavation under the pyramid
Because
of
what
the
if you
Moon
do this in double
may
O?
be one of the best opportunities to answer
Right.
questions about the civilization, as
For,
its
like,
underlying
example-
old primitive loose rock construction may have protected buried secrets.
What I want
thus
to test
making it
after,
difficult to dig under and resistant
right? You
to
do
looting.
this. I guess you don't need to quick pause. I guess you do to pick up the tape. But instead of pausing,
The ethnic
just kind of
identity
going
Teotihuacan's
hard into here,
inhabitants is not known.
sometimes it opens the door, sometimes
No
it
writing
doesn't.
system has been
And then
discovered,
turning and then
even
passing
in
them
the
away,
intricate iconography
taking the
of its many
tape.
painted murals.
It's open. And doing
The
lady like
original
that.
name of the city is not
Let's
known.
see.
It was
So
called
who would pass
place of
away on the
remains by
run
the
like that?
contemporary Maya.
Probably these guys, right?
Climbing to the apex of this giant will
Wait,
also
I would
offer
get body
sweeping
armor.
views of the surroundings, as well as an excellent
Pause
look
here.
at the Avenue of the Dead.
Dude, that's the like $1,000,000 question, man. It's from Plato's The Republic.
The pyramids at Teotihuacan
I've heard
aren't built of solid
Gyges.
stone,
I've
but
heard
consist of stone and brick
Gyges.
rubble covered with layers of cut stone.
I like
They are,
Gyges.
however, still an
Gyges has a good
extraordinary
ring to it.
achievement, especially since all this was done
Gyges
without the
is
benefit of pack
pretty
animals,
trolly.
metal tools,
But
or
the
wheel.
Gyges guy is kind of the troll.
The
He's
pyramid is
the
actually a series of
archetype
pyramids built
of the
on top of each other.
hedonist. If there was no laws in society.
Pyramids and other structures are cascading, but not with smooth walls
You think you say
like
Gyges?
Egyptian
Wow.
pyramids. And the stones used
Yes,
to construct them
yes,
aren't as
Bukkaki's
large as those
the
in the pyramids
fucking
at
yes,
Giza.
man. Exactly.
The late classic
But
period saw increasing
it's
fractionalization
hilarious
among
because
cultures.
he's kind of like
In
the
place
ultimate
of great
troll,
states,
right?
petty kingdoms
This
and
fucking guy.
militarism
He
arose.
finds this ring of
From
invisibility.
the high point of civilization at Teotihuacan,
Just fucking
wars
storms
became the
in.
rule of the day, and for those
kills the
unfortunate enough to be
king.
captured, sacrificed to the gods.
Becomes the king.
Military
kind of
empires
massive
such as the
troll.
Toltecs in the
And that's
12th
kind of
century AD,
that's kind of what I'm
which
trying to
grew
do
up
with
from
this
these
like
warring
level.
factions, were the cultures met by the Spanish
know what I
in
mean?
1519,
like
and
like
largely
it's
eradicated
not
by
easy.
1521.
Fuck. It's crazy.
The reason
But
why the Spanish were able
you know
to
what I mean?
conquer the Aztecs in such a short amount of time
Thought so with the
probably
Polish
had less
at
to
the
do with
end.
their skill as soldiers
Yeah,
and more to do with the fact that the
I
Spaniards
know.
physically
It's
resembled
because
the descriptions in Aztec
just the
legends
S
of the
is
god
taken,
Quetzalcoatl.
so I added the Z. Just that's it. Thanks, dude. Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool story, man. So what do I do? I take the fucking tape here, right? Let's just say we go around. No, we want to run through it. We're gonna run through it. Alright. So he would be like, he might run out. Okay. I just don't know the route. Okay, this guy's here. I can't remember, from the 90s. We're going back to my childhood. I have to go here? Is this the only friggin' way?
Which was usually painted with murals.
Damn, guys, I don't think it's viable on Double O, let me tell you that. If you have to go this way. Gyges. Polish, yeah. Where are you, pardon my ignorance, Bukakis, where are you,
stylized conceptual images of deities
living?
and mythological creatures, and narrative scenes that are more perceptual and
Jaws,
realistic than abstract and schematic.
We skip you completely, man.
Near the pyramid
It's
of
just
the
so
moon
wild.
is the Jaguar Palace.
So I don't know,
with
man.
its
I don't know
motifs
if you
of
can do
serpents
late
and
A
blue
on Double
jaguars
O.
with shells running
If
down
this
their
is the only
backs.
way. Like, there's no way. Like, there's no way you would survive this. Even if you pass him away. Okay, let's just see. Even if you start shooting, and let's just see how fast they run to me. Like, there's no way.
Teotihuacan's murals
That's okay.
constitute a primary source for understanding
It's an
the city's
interesting,
religion and
really
social
interesting theory, an
organization.
agent. I would get lost too.
Found throughout the city on the walls of apartment compounds such
That's
as
why I'm doing
Tatula,
it.
the paintings depict a wide range
Like,
of
there's
images
no way you'd survive
centered
that.
around two major deities.
Unless you lure
A female known
Jaws.
as the Great Goddess, and a male known as the
Unless
Storm
you have
God.
time to, like, do this lure
The
or some
Great
shit.
Goddess is usually depicted
That could
frontally,
work.
with additional motifs pertaining
how long
to
would that
agricultural
be?
fertility. The Storm God is usually
Then you
shown
gotta,
in profile,
what, not get shot
and
by
is
them?
identified by his distinctive face mask and the lightning bolt carried in his left hand.
And then you gotta deal with these guys, right?
Animals, including coyotes, owls,
Okay, I don't
and
think it's
jaguars,
fucking
are also
viable.
prominent in the murals.
Oh, I'm
The
invisible.
paintings were laid down quickly on thinly plastered walls. Red dominates the color scheme, although blues,
Yeah, right.
yellows, and greens appear. The palace of the Quetzalcoatl is an elite residential palace.
Czech Republic,
thought
that's
to be where
epic,
the high
man.
priest lived, and is located just southwest
Fuck
of the
yeah.
Pyramid of the Moon.
I was in Prague, man. I visited
frescoed
Prague as a
rooms were
tourist
arranged around
for like
the
a week.
central patio, which is surrounded by a roofed arcade.
Fucking Prague's
supported
amazing,
by
man.
stone columns bearing bas
The
relief
food is so
with
good in
Quetzal
Prague. Oh my
butterflies
god.
and water symbols. The term
Huh.
Palacio de
Okay, so I don't think
Quetzalcoatl
it's
is a completely
viable,
misleading
my
name.
friends.
First of all, it was not a palace.
I don't
in
think
the
it's
sense of
viable.
a place where a ruler and his court lived. A few priests may have stayed there
It's
for
too
periods
bad.
of time, but probably had their primary residences somewhere else. Then there's the name Quetzalcoatl.
Prague is Deus Ex 4.
It was originally applied
Oh, wow.
because the excavator
You were in
thought
Prague,
it was
nice.
uncovering depictions of a strange creature with Quetzal bird and butterfly characteristics. A host of other temples and sacred pyramids
Okay, here we go.
dot the Teotihuacan
No more
landscape.
procrastination.
And yet,
Thank you
despite
for the
the
sub,
incredible
Baron.
size
I
of this
really
ancient
appreciate it.
city,
Thanks for
solid
being your
evidence as
Bukakis
to why it
and
ended
Sandoval.
and what
Appreciate it.
happened to its inhabitants is still to be found. Most experts who studied Teotihuacan history subscribe to one of two
God.
ideas. Either that the elite sections of the city were burnt to the ground by the poorer and more disgruntled inhabitants, or that a neighboring group, such as the Toltecs, sacked and burnt the city. Whichever
Terrible.
version sounds most likely to visitors, it's believed that the city was burned and was eventually inhabited and preserved first by the Toltecs, then later by the Aztecs.
It's fine. What I'm doing, what I've decided to do is I've decided to do the
rooms of the
forced
palace are
stuck
arranged around a
attempts
central courtyard with impressively
and
carved
maybe
pillars.
no body armor.
The decorations are mainly
I think that's what I've
colourful
decided.
bird, quetzal, and butterflies papalotl,
Cause dude, I
which gave
spent
the palace its
I
name.
spent 2 hours yesterday, like
Wall
the last
paintings were
stream,
important in Teotihuacan,
just playing
and
this
some
and not
survived in
getting
this
one
palace,
natural
and the
stuck and getting
subterranean ones along the
like
Street of the Dead.
23 pause outs at the
Geometric
glass.
patterns, including a four-petaled
But like,
flower,
man,
were popular,
it's
as well as animals such as the jaguar
it's
and
too
birds.
inconsistent.
The volcanic glass called
The martial law
obsidian
after the
forms the
biological
eyes
weapon
of the
attack.
birds. It seems rather odd that the pieces of
What else
stone used to
happened?
make the pillars
Wasn't like Resident
are cut
Evil in
into
prog or something?
irregularly
No,
sized
I
and
might
shaped
just be making
blocks,
that up. Sorry.
and also vary in texture and colour from each
I
other.
think it is, no?
The building crafts must have employed many
Yeah, so
artisans
I'm
of
doing
diverse
4 stuck.
kinds,
And
both
maybe
for
no body
construction
armor.
and for maintenance.
I mean, I would like to try no body armor, honestly.
Larger civic ceremonial structures
Like,
maintain
after seeing
accuracy within a
After
fraction
seeing
of a
like just
degree.
Ace and Goose, obviously
In
they're fucking like
contrast
the
to
two
many other
best,
parts
one of
of
the two best
Mesoamerica,
players
this
in
must
the
have
world.
required skilled surveyors.
Both best players in the
Cut
world.
stone, sometimes carved, was used for stairways and facades.
No,
in some of the
I'm
principal
using
civic ceremonial
so.
structures, and in at least one case, the
Well,
Quetzalcoatl Palace for pillars.
I'm using the strat that Goose
Much more
got
commonly, wall calls were made of
135
uncut or at
on
most
that he never
apple-shaped
posted,
stones.
which is the no body armor and the forced stuck where you run into the
Teotihuacan
corner in
arose
the
as a
dark
new
room
religious center in the Mexican highlands
instead
around
of
the
just
time of
running in
Christ.
the
Although
Illum
its
mainframe.
incipient period, the first 2 centuries BC, is poorly understood, archaeological data
So I'm gonna try the no
show that
body
the
armor,
next 2
but with
centuries
the
were
forced
characterized
stuff,
by monumental construction,
just because
during
that's
which Teotihuacan
like
quickly
100%
became the
consistent.
largest and most populous urban center in
It's
the
like
New World.
100% consistent.
By this time, the city
So,
already appears to have expanded by approximately
that's what I
20,000
need.
square kilometers.
If I'm gonna do
With
the
about
no body armor, that's
60,000
what I
to
need.
80,000
I
inhabitants.
need 100. I need
The
consistency.
development of the city seems to have involved intersite population.
Because I would rather grind the no body
exploitation
armor
of natural
attempts than
resources, an increase
the
in
natural stuck
agricultural
attempts for
production,
now.
technological inventions, the
But
establishment
let's
of
just see.
trading systems,
If
and
I
other
have no
kinds of
health and I gotta
socio-political
go for body armor,
organizations
it'd still
and
probably be a
attractive belief
PB for me,
systems.
right? That's what I
By
mean.
the
Like my
4th
time isn't that
century,
good where I need to really
unmistakable
choose what
influences of
strat.
Teotihuacan
I mean,
were
I kind of
felt throughout
do,
most
but
parts of Mesoamerica. Teotihuacan was the
Oh.
6th largest city in the world,
just shit happens in
during
the
its
run. Like you
period of
lose too
greatest
much health as you
prosperity,
run to the
with an
fucking
estimated population of
shit. You know what I mean?
125,000.
That's
The
the
city seems
big
to have
one.
functioned for centuries
lose too
as
much
a
health.
well-developed urban center, until its
That's
rather
why I was
sudden
thinking.
collapse, possibly in the
Okay, so
7th
someone call
century.
you Gyges, yeah. Yeah, because you. That's why I was thinking the late A, because
The
then
Plaza of the Moon,
you could
like the
shoot
central
those
plaza
guys,
of the Cuitadella,
and then every
was
run
probably
becomes
one of the
almost
most
100%
sacred
consistent
ceremonial
after the
areas in
second room,
metropolis.
which is insane. And you have full health. But I just don't think it's gonna work. Fuck off. Oh my god, thanks, man. I have autoplay. I have autoplay on for YouTube, so if the next video is some crazy
The
shit,
Pyramid of
I'm
the
sorry.
Moon forms part of an architectural complex known as the Plaza of the Moon. The spatial arrangement of the structures which form the Plaza of the Moon complex illustrate that the city was
Fuck
laid
off,
out
man.
according to a master plan based on symmetry, and that it was intentionally integrated into the local geography.
Sick, dude. Prague, man. Nice.
This is most notable
Yeah,
as
we
one
did.
walks
We
along the
like. I
center
went as
line
a
of the Avenue of the Dead and
raging
looks towards the upper
20-year-old.
part of Cerro Gordo,
Tried
the
absinthe.
mountain that dominates the landscape to the north
We
of the
went to
Pyramid
the
of the Moon.
square. Saw the
The apex
clock.
of the pyramid coincides
We
exactly
ate really
with the
well in
notch
Prague
on the
and
upper
drank
part of the
really
mountain,
good beer.
which
Czech
lines up
bar,
exactly with the avenue.
Budweiser
Because of this, it
from
seems
Czech
that the
bar.
Pan-Mesoamerican belief that pyramids represent sacred mountains.
Oh
may
my
have been an
gosh, played
important
outdoor
factor in the
basketball.
planning of the ancient city.
The 90%
Other
dude. Yeah, we
apparently
tried some
important
like
factors
not
in the
90,
planning of
probably
the
like
city
75 or
were the
80 or
movements
something.
of the astronomical bodies, such
With
as
the
sun,
wormwood.
moon, and Venus, among others. The Avenue of the Dead
There's like we
begins at
went
the
some
Plaza of
nice
the Moon,
artesian
which is
places,
formed by
man.
15 pyramidal structures, including the Pyramid of the Moon, and continues more than 5 kilometers to the south.
The
Almost
food
to
is
foot
really
of the
good, really
mountains that can
hearty.
be seen in the distance.
A lot of meat.
For many years, it was believed that the pyramid contained earlier structures within its walls.
It's
But
cool, dude.
until
What
the
were you doing
Pyramid of
in
the Moon
Prague?
project
You don't have to
excavations began in
share if you don't want
1998, archaeologists could only guess at how many there were and how they'd been constructed. The Pyramid of the Moon was probably completed around 250 AD. Recent
you, man.
excavations near the base of the pyramid staircase
Party.
have uncovered the tomb of a male skeleton
Yeah, they had
with
things
numerous
like
grave goods of obsidian and greenstone, as
yeah,
well as sacrificial animals. One of the most significant
pig's
tombs
knee,
yet
blessed
discovered at
pig. Thank you, pig.
Teotihuacan.
Thank you, dear
It
pig.
might indicate that even more
Thank you,
important
pig, for
tombs
sacrificing
lie
your
buried
life.
at the
But
heart
the
of the
knee.
pyramid. Shortly after the Olmec civilization vanished,
Wow,
a new
that's cool,
civilization
man.
arose in the 2nd century BC in the Valley
I was
of
literally
Mexico.
just thinking about
This grand civilization would
teaching
dominate
English
the culture
overseas.
of the Valley of Mexico for almost a millennium, and stands as the
I've
most
never done it.
significant cultural influence throughout the history of Central American civilizations.
I know my
This
shit. Great memory.
civilization was centered around the city of Teotihuacan.
Thanks, man.
At its
What was
peak,
I remembering?
Teotihuacan was a city of over 100,000 people.
As they say that.
Not only
What
was
was
it
I
the largest city in
remembering?
America, it was one of the largest cities in the ancient world period.
The Aztec.
Designated
Yeah,
a
Yoshi
UNESCO
was
World
on.
Heritage Site in 1987, the archaeological ruins of Teotihuacan
Yeah,
have only grown in popularity
I've
since.
never thought about doing that before, but in this economy, I feel like I need to go where I'm like valued. You know what I mean?
In the first century,
And I don't think I'm really valued in North America.
This was the largest city
Not
ever.
sounding really arrogant, but it's true. Like I've applied to like thousands of jobs. You know what I mean? It's insane. That's cool, man. Web developer. That's wild. That's insane.
Put that in perspective, only a few cities in the world would have been more
Fucking
populous at the
next
time.
level
It
smarts.
was truly world class. Teotihuacan's ruins are extraordinary, and they inspire complete awe to any visitor. So it's no coincidence that today is the most visited archaeological site in both North and South.
Pretty shite start. Too slow.
By the time Teotihuacan
It's way
began
too
its
slow.
life, its
That's
economic,
fine.
political, and religious legacy could be felt almost anywhere in Mesoamerica.
Like
Let's
fuck
explore
off,
to
man.
find one of the greatest sites
Like,
in
fuck you.
American history.
You like so fucking dumb. Did you download? Nice, man. Heck yeah. Yes, blue khakis. Yes. Hell yeah.
Teotihuacan is nestled in the northeast corner of the Valley of
Yeah, man. We stayed at a hostel in Prague in. Let me think now. I can't remember which cardinal sign it was away from. Never mind. Okay, you know how like there's like the river and the city, and if you go in the if you go away from the city but like don't cross the river, that's where the hostel was. If that makes any sense. Away from the city but not on the other side of the river, on the city side of the city. I know that doesn't make any sense. I think there's a subway station nearby. There's a bunch of hostels on that road. Pretty main road, pretty major road.
How did Teotihuacan grow into that massive city of more than 100,000 people? To the south, in those fertile areas I mentioned earlier, the big player of that time was the city-state.
Say it again. Yeah, that was the worst description. I can Google it.
Cuicuilco is an impressive site.
I
It has a very large
can't even
ground
fucking
cover
remember the name of it.
just 23 meters.
But Prague, map of Prague.
Something in the neighborhood of 20,000 people. This would have been the chief rival of the up-and-coming Teotihuacan, but
Why don't I
not
just go to
for
Google
long.
Maps?
In a cruel twist of fate,
Prague.
the people of Cuicuilco, a
Okay.
series of volcanic eruptions ruined much of the land around the city and sent the population fleeing north, where they found a new home in Teotihuacan. There's also some evidence that climatic changes.
I'm just gonna search it. I could probably find it.
Regardless of the exact causes, what is important is that between 150 BCE and 200 CE, a mass migration began.
Yeah, man, we were like east. We were far east.
Which caused the city to swell to
A&O
unheard of
Prague, Rhea.
proportions. So how did the city
We were
accommodate
east
this
of the
tremendous
city.
influx of population? Let's take a look at the site of Teotihuacan itself. Obviously, the Teotihuacano leadership needed to plan the city's expansion carefully, and they did not disappoint. The city is laid out on an
Oh
orthogonal
god,
grid. This is
Japanese.
very important because no other previous city in Mesoamerica had been laid out like this as far as we can tell. Even after Teotihuacan, it's not a common urban layout. At 1 CE, it was a Mesoamerican first, and dare I say, a very
Oh my gosh, that's the ultimate troll, Hideyoshi. That fucking that message. That's like the ultimate troll, dude.
That grid is not laid out on a north-south axis, but on an axis of 15.5 degrees east of north. That orientation is not arbitrary.
Just east? Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I'm really sorry. Pretty far east. Like, quite outside.
Some of you more astronomically inclined
I know. I'm sorry.
those aren't equinox or solstice dates. What gives? For anyone who keeps the Mesoamerican calendar and is really good at math, those dates are separated by 260 days.
Anyways, it's nice. Nice city. Cool, man. Teaching English? Dude. That's genius. Like, it's genius. What agency did you use? So where are you from originally? England? That's so cool, man. Is it a worldwide English teaching agency? Nottingham. Cool, man. That's cool. I've been to England. I don't think I've been to Nottingham. I've been to Bath, I've been to Canterbury, I've been to Stonehenge, London.
Every compound would have housed multiple families of in-laws. Every family would have had its own private domestic space as well as shared religious.
Fuck off. Like, fuck off.
Typical
Fuck
compound
off.
centered around an open courtyard, often with a small ritual space which would have had a dozen rooms
TFL Academy.
all on a single.
Beautiful, yeah, they're amazing.
These were densely packed together. Windows would not have been common, but some rooms
Really cool, man.
roofs to allow light, fresh air, and possible rain.
Yeah, man. I mean, and like we're into fucking megaliths and shit. We watch a lot of stuff about megalithic architecture and Freemasonry of church building and
Both cities in antiquity were actually about the same size, though Rome had a much bigger population. Unlike Rome's multi-story
especially with the, like Egypt and the Egyptian statues and shit.
they can vary in size from 400 square meters to 7,000 square meters.
Granite
Nearly all citizens would have
and
had
ambasite
some of
statues
today.
in
Some even
Peru.
had indoor plumbing for waste removal. These apartments are a gold mine for learning about daily life in Teotihuacan.
Right, the massive stone walls in Peru.
Glamorous and sexy, archaeology of residential areas like these tell us a lot about everyday life. Perhaps one of the most interesting things that archaeology has uncovered are the presence of ethnically distinct neighborhoods. Just like how modern cities have Greek, Mexican, and Chinese
Oh,
neighborhoods,
fuck off.
Teotihuacan had its own
And just even the Freemasonry of
Aztec, Maya,
of churches and architect and
in those areas,
right,
artifacts and burials
the maintenance of the knowledge in the structure of the church.
show that from its inception,
What are they
Teotihuacan
called?
a
The
diverse.
stone walls. Okay,
It's a cool
one is Sacsayhuaman.
but very
I
aware
know they have
of
the worst
inner
names. Whatever. Tiwanaku. Puma Punko.
into what
Puma
like.
Punko has the H shape
Stands out
blocked
is the sheer amount of craft production that was occurring in these neighborhoods.
of
These show a very
basalt.
high degree of specialization. There have been workshops discovered for pottery, textiles,
Walls of
ivory,
Cusco
basketry, lapidary and shell work, plaster production,
and
sculpture, bone working, masonry.
Olante
I could go on and on.
Tambo.
There's also
For the
evidence that
massive
crafts
stone
practiced in the same household.
blocks
Many of these trades
up the
were passed on
mountain.
via
That's the
effective
thing. They like carrying them up the
Many of
mountain.
ceramics produced here are
On the
very
other side of the mount, like on the other side of the river, across the river and up the mountain.
cases.
That was the
In
basalt
cases, these are brightly
quarry.
colored and painted.
Yeah, man.
If you're curious about
We've
how
learned a
these
lot
clothes
of
were
fucking
achieved,
shit about
pottery was actually stuccoed after
ancient
it
shit
was fired in a kiln and then painted.
on this channel.
Another
Just
common
fucking
ceramic type
like
produced at the
this.
site is thin orange pottery, which was a
Playing
simpler everyday use.
Goldeneye and
But Teotihuacan's most famous
learning
feature
through
was
YouTube.
obsidian production. Teotihuacan was blessed with easy access to multiple
Oh,
obsidian
bro.
sources, including the rare green obsidian of the Pachuca mines.
Cooked.
Not only was this the
The
material
Japanese is
used,
terrible. Dude, I wanted to save it as a quote, but
choice for weapons, and that's going to be important
I don't
down
know. I
the
might
road.
save it as a quote later.
Manufactured goods would have been valuable
Wow,
as
dude.
trade commodities,
Amazing
but
stuff.
also
Yeah,
great
man.
items for most
Yeah,
of
it's
the
wild,
population.
man.
And that's a really fascinating insight.
Yeah, I actually found out first about it through Joe
Cities
Rogan.
this size would have a huge wealth gap. But work
Graham
for
Hancock,
archaeologists
Joe
Michael Smith and
Rogan.
David Carballo have shown that even humble working class households had access to simple yet high quality goods.
Graham Hancock. He has some nice YouTube videos on.
Unlike most other ancient cities,
Uncharted X has nice videos about Egypt.
space and access to luxuries that
Where else? Yeah, really, Egypt.
no other city in Mesoamerica would have had this high a standard of
Fucking Indonesia too. If you look at fucking
this egalitarian prosperity, no doubt
what's
would
it
have made
called?
immigration to Teotihuacan very
Angkor
appealing to
Wat.
people near and far.
That place is insane.
The backbone of all this was agriculture, specifically maize agriculture.
Even just other little places around in Indonesia.
And Teotihuacan took advantage of that. Apart from maize, goosefoot, amaranth, nopal cactus, and cactus fruit
Oh.
were consumed as well. Also important was pulque, a fermented beverage made from agave.
I know.
Analysis of large pots
Wow, I
and
actually got
amphorae
it.
show that this drink was very common and may have constituted a large part of the diet.
I gotta
Pulque
focus.
was also very important for religious ceremonies and
Let's
libations,
go.
similar to chicha in South America. Teotihuacanos made use of the fauna
On
as
libraries
well.
with World Cat.
Although the locals hunted wildlife where they could, there was also a large reliance on domestic.
I don't know what that means. That's might as well be Japanese.
Recent discoveries also show that jackrabbits
Sorry.
and cottontails were
What did you want to?
so it's possible that they may have been domesticating these rabbits as well. But let's turn our attention from physical nourishment to spiritual nourishment.
No, fuck off.
Remains of Teotihuacan religion and its pantheon.
On libraries with World
As I
Cat.
mentioned earlier, small household shrines can be found in the apartment complexes of Teotihuacan,
Wild.
showing that religion was an important
That's
part of
insane.
daily life for everyone. These religious elements are equal part familiar and mysterious. On one hand, there are several
Guys, I would be so dumb without the internet. Oh, I would be the laziest, dumbest guy without the internet.
Fire appears to have been an important element in Teotihuacan
Plus the internet.
because we find lots of braziers at the site
Pramen.
commonly used for burning
Yeah.
offerings.
Yeah, man.
Anyone familiar with the Aztec
What?
ceremony also knows the importance
Hell yeah, blue khakis. Yeah.
These braziers are often made in the image of the old fire god, or if you're familiar with the Aztec
Insane.
pantheon, table. Now, a word about the names of the gods. There's
That's
a lot of
cool, Hideyoshi.
Teotihuacan and later Mexican cultures like
Dude, when I went to Cuba, there were some
so it's
cool
not
books.
uncommon to see these deities referred to by Aztec names out of convenience.
I got.
I'm going to refer to many
I'm
of
not
the
a
gods
communist,
by
but I
their
got
names.
Che Guevara's
Find that these are like
Congo Diaries.
Teotihuacan
He apparently went to the Congo for 8 months
one of the most important
after, like, the War of Pigs in, or on the Bay of Pigs in Cuba. Oh, fuck off. Who shot me? Like, fuck you.
And there are many different portrayals of him.
Anyways, I got his diary.
People believe these to be
When he was in Congo,
God,
and there's like photos of him
they are separate gods.
shaven.
He is sometimes portrayed with various plant fronds or maize.
He looks nothing. Let me grab the photo of him. He went in disguise. This is actually really cool. Let me show you.
Twalak's signature feature is war
I want to see if I take a photo with my camera.
Remember
It's
those
that
goggle
cool.
eyes, because they're going to come up down the road. Twalak was such a popular deity that he outlasted Teotihuacan and survived all the way up to Spanish contact without a lot of change. Other familiar faces which survive in later times that make appearances here include the Maize God and Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent. One god that doesn't survive so visibly in later records is the water goddess, or the great goddess of Teotihuacan, who's shown here in this huge monolithic sculpture that was found at the site. Some people identify her as Chalchictlicue,
Insane.
the Aztec goddess of water, rivers, and
So-
fertility.
So he went disguised
Below a large tree full of water
in like 64, 65? And this is him. I might take a photo of it if it doesn't come out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to take a photo of it. Let me take a photo of it, email it, and fucking just upload it, because it's like, it's insane. It looks nothing like him. It's such a good disguise.
Its pyramids. After all, these are probably what come to your mind when you think of Teotihuacan. So what's the story with them? All of the pyramids of Teotihuacan line the main axis of the site, the Avenue of the Dead, which would have served not just the everyday pedestrian traffic of the city, but also the ritual processions as well. All the pyramids of the site were built between 1 and 250 CE. My sources actually conflict on whether the Pyramid of the Sun or the Pyramid of the Moon was built first.
Please
but regardless,
cooperate
they began
with
to be
me.
erected early in the city's history.
Please.
Now, a word about pyramids in Mesoamerica. When we think of pyramids, we typically think of the Great Pyramids of Egypt. And the only thing they really have in common with Mesoamerican pyramids is their shape. Egyptian pyramids are just cut stone blocks arranged in the shape of a
Fucking
pyramid.
insane
Those
disguise.
pyramids were also used as tombs for a single
It looks
ruler.
nothing like him.
In Mesoamerica, pyramids are basically a mound of earth or rubble that's effaced with cut stone and other materials. Most of the time, these would have
Oh
been
my
covered
god,
with
will you
plaster
just
and
fucking
then
focus
painted
on the
bright
fucking photo? For fuck's
Furthermore, most
sakes.
of these pyramids were not built in a single construction. These would have started out much smaller and then got built over and expanded.
Oh my god, whatever, we got it. That took literally forever.
Mesoamerican pyramids do sometimes serve as burial places, but in almost all cases, they're not built as a tomb for just one person. Mesoamerican pyramids are also topped by a temple, or in some cases, an elite residence. Finally, Mesoamerican pyramids are usually stepped pyramids, often with decorations on the facade of each step. The style is called Tulu Tablero, and it's a